This is the Assure model by Chelsea Pates. The Assure model steps. The first step is to analyze the learners. You will define your audience, and you must know the learners and the types of learners that you are going to be teaching. The next step is to state the objectives. You want to specifically state the objectives. You should have at least 2 or 3 specific objectives that are composed of 4 parts. Those 4 parts are the audience, the behavior, the conditions, and the degree. The next step is to select methods, media, and materials. Now that you understand your learners and have established the objectives, you will find the media tools that will help you to accomplish those objectives. The next step is to utilize media and materials. You will now take a look at those tools and use them in the classroom. Have everything prepared for the students and know the role of both the teacher and the students for those tools. The last step is require learner participation. In this step, your students need to practice using the tools. They need to have activities that allow the learners to respond and receive the feedback. And you want to respond and receive the feedback before you do any type of testing. The last step is evaluate and revise. Evaluate the entire instructional process. Review how the entire lesson went and adjust to what you saw. Why did I choose this model? I chose it because I like how it had analyzing the student first. I think that's really important to know who you are going to be teaching and what you are going to be teaching those students. It also stresses technology, which is very big, especially in my educational setting, as every student has a laptop. So this is very important to me just because we do use the laptops very often. I liked how this one was really organized and structured, and that it has the analyzing first, and then it has the implementation of the different tools used, and also how the evaluation piece. It does have that, but it also has the revision, which is what I like. Sometimes I don't think we do enough evaluating and revising, and so I like that this one had a really decent reflective piece on it for this model. And it also requires the learner participation. It needs student interaction, and I think that is huge, that we want to make sure that the students are understanding the material and also participating. My instructional design using the Assure model. Throughout my unit, I'm going to be talking about Greek mythology is the one that I have chosen to do my unit on. But the Assure model will help to keep my instructional design organized and on track. We'll make sure that I am looking at all of the different learners that are involved. I really like how this model is very heavily technology influenced. I plan on showing videos to my students to show them the different myths. I also want them to go online and explore other myths that I have not taught them about, and maybe find different videos or different stories of myths through their laptops. I want the students to reflect on their learning is another thing that I know I want to use an online tool like Google Drive, where I can get them reflection questions and that they can answer the reflection questions on that Google Drive. This model is leading to improvements because by picking the Assure model, I've noticed that it's getting me thinking more about the different types of online tools that they could use to get the information, and is also keeping me more organized with my information. It has a big reflection piece that I really like because it gets me looking at how I can make improvements throughout my lesson. The biggest difference from this model as opposed to ones that I've previously used is the technology piece. Overall, I think this model is going to be really great for my entire unit, and I think it is like helping me to see the different online tools that I could implement into my classroom. Some additional resources. I have some YouTube videos that I have on here that I would implement and also have helped me with learning about the Assure model. I also have some websites that I've used to help me with like understanding like the questioning and also the different like media tools that I could use. So these are just a few of the additional resources that I have been using. All right, thank you for listening.